then I could play on the computer. That was all I needed to hear. Every single day I got home from school, I grinded my homework. I got it done so quickly, and then I just played video games all the time. I literally downloaded Roblox as my first game, and I played it every day. Same with Minecraft. And then as I got older, it came to a point where my parents literally just gave me the laptop for free. They said I could use it for whatever I wanted and I didn't have to do it only for school. So I moved it into my room and I connected like a monitor to it. I also got a cool keyboard and mouse. If you don't know, Razer used to be such a big company back in the day. So I had something called a Razer Black Widow and then a Razer Naga mouse, which had all these buttons on the side of it. It was so cool. And that's when I started playing Hypixel, which is a server on Minecraft. It was before Bed Wars was ever a thing. And the main game on there was Sky Wars. I played Sky Wars probably every day. I was so addicted to it, but I was actually really good at it. I think I was like 11 years old and I think I was a higher level than like most 15-year-olds, which is a really big flex. And that's around when I started to get back into YouTube. So I started recording. This time it wasn't a 2 FPS video, but it was more like 30 FPS. I'm gonna play a clip right now of just what those videos sounded like. Please don't judge me. Yeah, that's what the videos looked like. It was literally just me playing Hypixel Sky Wars, and they were getting a lot of views. They were getting like 1,000 views each. Some videos would even hit 10,000. Although some of them were really cringe, they actually worked really well, and I loved doing it. And I think I kept playing Sky Wars for a long time. I actually got up to around 4,000 subscribers, which was, trust me, a lot at the time. I know I have like millions now, but 4,000 was like the million back then, okay? If you had over 1,000 subscribers, you were considered famous. But anyways, there was a point where I was starting to get older. I got into middle school, and I was starting to grow out of playing Minecraft a little bit. I think this was like around 7th grade. I remember going to my first day of school. I thought I was gonna make so many friends, and we did this group activity. It was supposed to be to like introduce us to each other. You know, I feel like every school kind of does that. On the first day of school, you gotta like say who you are, say what you like to do. So my computer teacher thought it would be a good idea to make us all write our interests on a little card, and then she's gonna put them all into a hat and shake them up, and then we have to guess who it is based off their interests. So for example, if you write down on the card, I like to play football, then the teacher would pick it up and she'd say, okay class, this person likes to play football, so sit down if you don't like to play football. So obviously like half the class would sit down, and then there'd be like 10 people standing up because a lot of people like football, right? And then you gotta be like, okay, which one of these 10 people wrote that down, because it looks like everyone likes football. Now on my card, I don't know why I did this, I wrote down I love to play Minecraft. And obviously it's cool playing Minecraft now because things have changed, but back then Minecraft was considered like a little kid's game. This was in like 2016, 2017. Now older people all play Minecraft, but back then it was considered like only little kids played that. So my teacher picks this card out of the hat and she reads it off. She's like, I love to play Minecraft. And so she tells the class, she's like, okay, if you don't like Minecraft, sit down. Literally everybody in the class sits down except me. I'm the only one standing in class, and everyone's just looking at me like, dude, this guy plays Minecraft. And I know obviously I shouldn't listen to other people, but I'm like 11, 12 years old, okay? I'm embarrassed at this point. I'm like, dude, is it really that bad? And what ended up happening was I was obviously picked. I was the one that wrote the card, but I went home that day and I was really thinking like, wow, am I really not supposed to be playing this game? Thinking back on it now, obviously I shouldn't have listened to them, but I was a little kid. Now here's where the story gets interesting. I remember going the next day up to Shady. Yes, I was friends with Shady back then. We've been friends for a long time. And I told him that I was gonna quit YouTube. And he was super shocked. He was like, what? You're quitting YouTube? Why are you quitting YouTube? And I made up some sort of lie. I forgot what it was. I think I said that like the community was too toxic, and that I just didn't enjoy the game anymore, when realistically I still played every day. I loved playing the game. I was just embarrassed to play it because now everybody knows about my YouTube channel, everybody's watching me, and like, I don't know, they could be secretly laughing at me. So I was like, dude, I'm quitting YouTube, I'm not playing Minecraft anymore. Shady tried convincing me out of it, which obviously I should have listened to, but I didn't. And then I stopped playing Minecraft and I stopped doing YouTube, and that lasted for like a solid 1 to 2 years. Like, I didn't play for a while. Now at a certain point I realized that I actually really missed gaming and I really missed making YouTube videos, but since once I quit for 2 years, my entire audience that I built up completely left. There was nobody watching me anymore, and I couldn't really go back to an audience. So I came back to YouTube, but I didn't play Minecraft. I played other games like Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto, Overwatch. Like I played all these new games, and I was getting no viewers. Like I was maybe getting like 10 viewers a video or like 20 views a video, which isn't bad. That's a big number, but compared to 5,000, 10,000 that I was getting a couple years ago, I was just sad about it. I was like, why did I quit in the first place? I had such a good audience. So at this point, I think I'm in like 9th grade. I'm trying to come back to YouTube, but it's not really working. I'm uploading videos, but I'm not really enjoying them because I have no viewers, and it's just not fun. I still love playing video games, but making YouTube videos is just hard. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm putting my head down and I'm gonna upload a Minecraft video every single day on Skywars. I was like, I'm going back to my roots. No more Fortnite, no more anything else. I'm just playing Minecraft because that's where my audience was and that's what I missed. So I start uploading a Minecraft video every single day, no matter what. And I think I make it to like day 20, and I look at all my past videos, and all these videos have like 100 views, 200 views, 100, 150. I was not growing at all. Although the views were pretty okay, I wasn't happy with it because I compared it to what I got last time, which was those 10,000 views. So I was super unhappy. And it also came to a point where I was getting really sick of uploading every day. I'm pretty sure I stopped on like day 15. I was like, what's the point in doing this if I'm not even getting viewers? I'm just like forcing myself to play the game and I'm not enjoying it. This isn't right. So I stopped, and I didn't do YouTube for a while after that. I'm pretty sure I quit YouTube up until around 2019. So it was another few months after I tried that. And it was right around when quarantine started. If you guys remember, I started playing Minecraft again and just video games with my friends because you couldn't do anything else. You couldn't go out. You had nothing really to do. So I stayed inside. I played all these video games with my friends, and I noticed that we were playing Minecraft a lot and I was really enjoying it. And I kind of just realized that Minecraft is just going to be there forever. Like I'm going to love playing that game no matter what. Even though I was playing it when I was 5 or 6 and I'm still playing it now, it's always going to be a game that I love playing. So I need to stop lying to myself. I need to stop trying to fit in with other people and play the games that they like Fortnite. And I'm just going to start doing what I love. So I started playing Skywars again. I just hopped back on it and I started uploading on a channel called Dead Fear. I also played a little bit of Bed Wars because I saw it was trending, but I didn't really enjoy it. I tried to just mainly stick to Skywars. And this time I actually started gaining some traction. I started getting like 1,000 views a video, like 2,000 views. So I was like, okay, like maybe this could work, you know? I'm finding out what works on YouTube. And so then I kept playing. And then I remember I made this one video where it was me playing Bed Wars, but I didn't talk at all. The video was literally titled Mouse and Keyboard Sounds in Bed Wars. So imagine me just like clicking my keyboard, kind of like this. Listen. That's exactly what the video was. Just me clicking on my keyboard and playing Bed Wars. And that video hit like 10,000 views. And I was like, whoa, I'm actually gaining an audience again. So I keep making Bed Wars videos, and then I start really growing. And then I start making these other videos that seem cool to me, like texture pack showcases. And that's when I start hitting like 100,000 views, 200,000 views. And I start doing really well. So at this point, I'm uploading every couple days. Every time I'm done with Zoom class, which is what it was because it was quarantine, I would hop straight on Hypixel and I would start recording a Bed Wars video. And Bed Wars became my thing for a while. I was consistently hitting 100K every single time I uploaded. And like, usually I don't care about the money, but this was a point where I was really actually starting to make something. And if you didn't know, I actually used to work at Chipotle. Right around when quarantine started, I got a job at Chipotle and I was working there every day. I loved that job. They were really nice to me there, but it just wasn't for me. So when this channel started doing well, I was like, you know what? I'm quitting my job at Chipotle. I'm doing this as much as I can. So at this point, I'm starting to gain subscribers. I'm gaining like 1,000 subscribers a day. I hit 30,000 subscribers, which gives you the special YouTube rank on Hypixel. Nico hits me up. He's like, congrats. I'm like, whoa, everything is going super well. So then I make a video with him. That blows up. Now my channel is about to reach 100K. And then, okay, I'm not really enjoying Bed Wars anymore. Oops. It was also because I just played Bed Wars every day and like the community was really toxic. But I decided that I was going to try something else. So instead of making Bed Wars videos, I actually went in a different direction. And I started making Minecraft survival content, 100 days. If you don't know what 100 days videos are, it's basically where you survive in Minecraft for like 30 hours doing something. So I made those videos and the first one blew up. It got 500,000 views. My second one did even better. I'm pretty sure my second one hit almost 1 million views. And I was like, okay, this is my new thing. Even though the videos take long to make because you need to spend 30 hours in Minecraft, I don't care. I spent months on these videos and they were actually doing really well. Up until I spent around 32 days on a video and it completely flopped. YouTube was so up and down that even if you were doing well, you could still have a really bad video. So I worked really long on a video just for it to get around 40,000 views, which is really good, but comparatively to like 1 million views, it was nothing. And at that point, I got really demotivated. I was like, I can't believe I just spent a whole month on that. So that's when I came back to just recording regular videos. I did a couple trends like Google translating mobs and busting myths, and I actually enjoyed that a lot more, but they still just felt kind of fake, I guess. I don't know. I felt like I wasn't really being my true self, and I was kind of trying to copy the YouTube algorithm and do what was doing well, I guess. And I completely just kind of reset myself, and I thought for a while, and I was like, you know what? If I want to make YouTube videos and really be a YouTuber, I have to truly enjoy it. I'm gonna do what I enjoy doing. So I thought back to when I first started doing YouTube about what I used to play in Minecraft, and that was just me going on Minecraft and talking with friends and role playing on servers. And so I thought role playing would have been really fun. I would have done it on Dead Fear, but I felt like the audience just wouldn't have appreciated it, and I didn't want to read the hate comments, and it's really hard to convert an audience like that. So I just decided to do it from scratch on a new channel called Cash. And obviously I brought it up to Nico. I told him that I wanted to do this roleplay channel and that I thought it would be really fun because we could honestly just be ourselves on camera, and we could have our friends there and do whatever we want and make fun stories. So that's exactly what we did. We started Cash and Nico. We started making really fun stories. At the first video, we actually didn't have any of our characters. Shady, Zoe, and Mia weren't even there. It was literally just me and Nico, and it was us doing like lucky block races or like PvP battles or stuff like that. And then that's when we started bringing them in, and it's actually been a lot more fun doing that. And it's kind of weird. It's kind of just something you can tell that like you want to do for the rest of your life. I never felt that way about Bed Wars or like any of the other things, but I know that I want to do this for the rest of my life. I don't know if that sounds cringy, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you're unhappy with something, you can always do something to change it. You don't have to stick to something just because people tell you to, you know? Especially when you're young. If you're really young, you have the chance to just go and experience whatever you want to experience. You literally don't have to stick to anything. My parents never forced me to stay in a sport or a band or nothing. They just let me choose whatever I want, and eventually I found my own way to success, if that makes sense. You kind of just figure it out without anyone forcing you. But ever since then, we've been doing Cash and Nico, and like I said, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So that's the story of me almost quitting YouTube multiple times. Technically, I guess I did quit YouTube a lot, but yeah, that's never happening again. I'm not quitting anymore. I'm here to stay. So all you haters, I don't know. Nico actually has a lot of similar stories. He's quit YouTube a couple times as well, so I feel like every YouTuber just kind of goes through the same cycle. Everyone quits YouTube because they're mad that they're not getting views, but then you kind of realize that life sucks when you can't do what you enjoy, so everybody always comes back at a certain point. I'm just actually one of the people that got lucky with the views, and I think about that every day. I'm super grateful that I stuck through what I was doing, and I found the audience that I wanted to upload to. It was literally such a blessing. But yeah, maybe if you guys annoy Nico enough, he'll tell the story about how he almost quit YouTube, and I can guarantee his story is probably a lot more entertaining than mine. But other than that, if you want to watch another video, click one on your screen. I promise they're really good, and I'll see you guys later.
Well,